Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you clicked on this video because I promise it's going to be worth your time. So in my last video I talked about how to manage your time better in medical school, and I said it's not about working harder but smarter. Well, this video is me diving deeper so that you can actually understand what I mean and apply it in your own life. Honestly, watching this video without seeing this first one is kind of like skipping to season 3 of Game of Thrones. Okay, maybe I'm over exaggerating, but really, go watch the first one and then come back here and it will make so much more sense. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm a 200 level medical student, and alongside school I still try to make time for the things I love. I wake up early, listen to podcasts and affirmations, learn a new language, read books, vlog, edit, upload to YouTube, and I'm working on starting a new business. All this not because I have it all figured out, but because I'm learning to work smarter. So before we jump right in, if you enjoy content like this, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe as it helps this channel grow, and I would love to have you on this journey with me. Alright, so without further ado, let's get right into it. Tip number 1, prioritize high impact tasks the smart way. Working smarter means not treating every task like it's equally important. In medical school, there's so much to learn that if you try to give everything the same energy, you'll burn out fast. So what do? I focus on what I call high impact tasks. These are things that move me closer to my goal, whether it's passing an exam, staying healthy, or building my life outside school. For studying, that means focusing on topics and materials that are actually relevant for my exams. And no, I don't guess blindly. I ask seniors what usually comes out, I check past questions, listen carefully to what lecturers emphasize in class, and some lecturers even tend to throw random questions that get repeated in their quizzes. That's how I know where to focus my main energy. Same thing outside of school. I don't try to do everything. I ask, what will make me feel fulfilled today? What is worth my time? That's how I choose what to focus on. Tip number 2, small consistent actions, not draining marathons. One of the biggest mistakes we make is believing that the longer we work, the more effective we are. That's not true. When I say I work out, it doesn't mean I'm spending hours at the gym. And when I say I read self-help books, it doesn't mean I read for 2 hours straight every night. It just means that I'm doing small manageable things consistently. I might work out for 10 minutes or read 3 to 5 pages of a self-help book, and that's okay, because those small efforts stacked up over time matter more than forcing yourself into long, exhausting sessions that you would burn out from. Think about it. You could spend 7 hours studying in a day but have nothing to show for it, because maybe only 2 of those hours were actually focused and the remaining 5 were spent mindlessly zoning out. Meanwhile, 3 to 4 hours of focused, intentional study can give you way more results. That's what working smarter means. Getting more from less and then moving on to the next important thing without guilt. Be honest with yourself about how focused you are. Time spent does not equal results. So moving on to tip number 3, pair tasks wisely. Another way I work smarter, I pair tasks. Like I said in my last video, combine an action you are doing with an action you are receiving. For example, let's say I want to twist my own hair and I know it's going to take hours. I don't just sit there feeling like I'm wasting time. I play an anatomy playlist or a YouTube lecture on whatever course I want to cover. That way, I'm making my hair and learning at the same time. It is by working smarter, not harder, that I'm able to read at least a book each week. How? By listening to audiobooks. Having someone read to me while I'm doing something else. Like I said, an action you are doing plus an action you are receiving. Period. I listen to audiobooks while I do chores, when I'm cooking, or even when I'm walking. The goal isn't to cram more into your day, it's to weave growth into the things you already have to do. And now for tip number 4, Use tools that do the heavy lifting. Working smarter means using tools that make studying and planning less overwhelming. And as your bestie, I'm going to share with you some amazing tools that will work for you. Anki, for one, is one of my favorite tools. This is because it uses spaced repetition, meaning it helps you review information just when you're about to forget it. Instead of rereading notes over and over again, Anki keeps bringing things back until it's properly ingrained in your memory. That way, you're not just working hard, you're learning efficiently and actually retaining what you study. Notion, or even a simple planner, helps me to map out my tasks, plan my week, or break big goals into smaller steps. Instead of having my to-do list flying around my head, I can actually see everything clearly laid out. It frees up mental space so that I can focus on doing instead of constantly stressing about what I'm forgetting. You can also use apps like Me Plus or even your simple Apple Notes. I think that works as well. And lastly, Google Calendar. It helps me stay on top of deadlines, classes, and personal goals. Because let's face it, we all need reminders sometimes. These tools aren't about aesthetics, they're about taking the pressure off yourself. So you're not working harder, you're working efficiently. But I won't lie, I love the aesthetics too. And for my final tip, know when to stop. Overworking isn't smart, it's how you burn out. Working smarter means knowing when to step back. Being disciplined doesn't mean pushing yourself until you crash. It means knowing when your body and mind need a break. Because no matter how hard you try, if you're exhausted, you won't be productive. You will just be busy being tired. So learn to pause, rest, recharge. And this is something I'm also teaching myself, that it's okay to take a break sometimes. And like I said in my last vlog, rest for that night and the next day you get up and keep going even stronger. And that's it, lovelies. I hope this video helps you to work smarter and not harder and create that balance we are all striving for. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and leave a comment telling me how you work smarter in medical school. I would love to hear. So bye, lovelies.